15,701 days till today, celebrate this kickoff luncheon, Coach Willie Taggart. And happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Gene. Appreciate that. How many days was that again? 15,701. 15,701. How about that? 15,701 days, and only 43 days they recognize. Come on, something's not right with that, right? Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. You've heard everyone talk about how this kick off the season. I get a little goosebumps up here talking and listening to Gene talk, listening to our president talk, David, and saying everything that's going on in our football program. I'm excited about this year, and I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about this year, okay? Coming here over a year ago, not knowing a lot about our football team, not knowing a lot about our administration, not knowing a lot about just how things go. All I did know is I love Florida State, you know? And you hear a lot of things from the outside and how things are and how things should be, and you don't learn any of those things until you actually get into the fire. And it was great going through it. It wasn't necessarily any pleasure to a lot of the things that went down, but it was great getting to know your environment. It was great getting to know your football team. It was great getting to know what direction you needed to go in order to get where you're trying to go. And I will say this, I think when building anything and bringing a group of people together, it starts with leadership. And as we went through our season last year, not a season that any of us expected or wanted, I saw our leadership in our university and our programs step up to the table. I mean, when I say that, I'm talking about our president, and I'm talking about our AD, David. I'm talking about our trustee, Ed Burr. I'm talking about everyone that was involved in getting this thing right, you know, Andy, you know, and then you heard our president talk about our booster and athletic coming together. To me, all of those are great things in order to get Florida State back to where it belongs. To me, that's how it's going to get there. It's not just going to be one individual get us back to where we belong, but it's going to take the tribe. It's going to take all of us to get it back to where we belong. And I think part of getting back to where we belong, don't forget who we are here at Florida State, okay? I think everybody goes through some things sometimes, you know, but I will say we're Florida State for a reason, and there's a standard here at Florida State, and no one can ever forget that. If you ask me one thing that you get frustrated about, Coach, after last season and all, and trust me, that's in the past and it's gone, and it won't happen again, okay? But the one thing that frustrates me the most is when we lose faith in Florida State Seminoles. We're a Seminoles, we're a Noles for a reason, we're here for a reason, and just because we have some bumps, don't mean we don't keep our eyes on the prize, okay? It's just a little bump. You know, we keep our eyes on the prize, we're gonna roll right over those bumps. And once we get the prize, we won't even remember those bumps, okay? So whatever you are, because you are a true Noles, don't forget that, okay? Don't forget that and don't doubt that, all right? And whatever you do, don't let anyone else let our standards go down. We're not putting our standards down. That's not Florida State. That's not why I wanted to be here, and that's not why any of those players that signed to come to Florida State University came here. They came here because of the standard, and they wanted to be a part of that, you know, and it's our jobs to get it back to the standards. And our players understand that, they know that, and since January, since we came back, those guys been committed to getting back to the standard. That's why I'm excited about Florida State football this year. From an academic standpoint, you heard about it, you know, and to me, that's where it all starts. It starts off the field. When you don't have a lot of distraction, whether it's socially or academically, then you can play the game of football a lot better than what you've been playing, you know, and our guys have made a commitment to doing those things. You saw early in the spring, I tweeted out about we had 24 guys over 3.0, okay? This summer we had 34 guys. We're still moving up and getting that way, okay? I go back to our recruiting class this past season, and I'm so fired up about this past recruiting class. And you say, Coach, why are you fired up? Because each one of those kids could have went to any other school. Any of them. They had a lot of schools wanting them to come be a part of their program, but they decided to be a Florida State Seminole. And to me, that's very, very important to us getting to where we're trying to go. We want Noles. We need guys that want to be here and to get us to where we're going to go. And I also think it's so important that we recruit Noles, the right kind of guys that be here. And I feel like we've done that in this class, and they've joined our upperclassmen and really helped bring the competitive nature that we want to our football program. When those guys come in here, they help beef that up. If you come out there at practice now, you see it day in and day out. And I've been really impressed. I don't think we had not one bad practice since we started training camp. These guys didn't complain about anything. All they wanted to do was practice. We went down to IMG and weather got in the way, and they sat in the locker room. In the past, not just here, but a lot of places I've been, when you do that, they sit in there and complain, do we have to go back out? Do we have to go back out? I got tired of them asking me when we was going back out, And then when we went back out there, we had a great practice. And again, it was a group of young men that's growing up, enjoying being around each other, but also understanding what it's going to take in order to win. And I don't know about you all, but as Gene called out our team, if you all were paying attention, you heard a lot of freshmen, you heard a lot of sophomores, you heard a lot of juniors. We have a young football team here, and we had a young football team last year. And probably the best thing out of it last year was the experience that those young men got in the games last year. And it's going to pay off big time for us this year. Again, I want to thank David. I want to thank President Thrasher. I want to thank Ed Burr and all who helped me bring in some new coaches to help us get to where we're going. We talked about Kendall Browse coming here, and I know we all want touchdowns. Gene, we want to hear you saying it a whole lot this year. Touchdown Florida State, and we don't want you to get tired of it. All right, we want to get back to that, and we brought Kendall in here to help us get back to those days, and I know he will. And bringing in Coach Clement, who had worked with Kendall in the past, has been great. You can see the plus that those guys have brought to our football program offensively, and I've been really impressed with how those guys have been interacting with the other offensive staff and how they've come together. And then also the same thing, bringing Coach Dugans back. I think a lot of you knew when I first came here, it was something I wanted to do and bring him back, and just knowing Coach Dugan personally, knowing what he stands for, and knowing that he would be a great mentor to our players, and probably more important, knowing that he loves this place and that he'll do everything in his power to make sure that everybody live up to the standard of being a Florida State Seminole. So it was great getting Coach Dugans back here and being a part of this. And then, like I say, in our players, just their growth, whether it's football, socially, or in the academics, they've been taking care of their business, and I'm like you all. I can't wait till next Saturday to watch our guys go out and play. It's going to be different. 2019 will be different. There's going to be a lot of different about this football team, and a different that you all can be happy about, pleased about, and to go home every weekend this fall happy about Florida State football. I promise you, you will be excited about this football team and proud of this football team, because I'm proud of it. I can't wait. I told them last night, I can't wait. I'm ready for them to go out, and I know they're ready to hit somebody else, so I'm ready to see them hit somebody else. But I'm also ready for our guys to go out and bring back your energy too, and your faith in this football program. I'm ready for our guys to go do that, and that's the one thing I love about our players. Not one time they made any excuses about last year. Our guys owned up to it. They've been working to correct the things that we did wrong last year, and they're ready to right the ship. And so I'm excited about that. You all should be excited about that. And like I said, it will be a different year. And things that will be different. You heard it before. We would not have the bag. Okay? You heard it. We won't have the bag. okay? We chasing, I know we chasing the bag. We're trying to get it, okay? And we will. And that bag for us is an ACC championship, okay? That's what we're looking for. And the one thing you'll see different about our football team this year too, in games, you know, we're gonna wear our gold helmets, we're gonna wear our garnet jersey, and we're gonna wear our gold pants at home. On the road, we're gonna wear our gold helmet, and we're gonna wear white on white on the road. That's Florida State. That's what we're gonna be, okay? And going forward, 2019, we will get the white numbers back on the jerseys, all right? So there's a lot to be excited about in Florida State football. And just like I told our football team, I tell you all too, leave 2018 where it is, in the past. We don't live there anymore, all right? It's 2019, it's a new year, it's our time. I can't wait. I hope you all are ready, okay? And James said it, okay? James said it to you, Gene, okay? Don't blink, okay? And if you come to Jacksonville, you better get in the stadium early, all right? Because I will tell you, Kendall goes really, really fast on offense, you know, really, really fast. So if you blink, you might miss something, all right? So make sure you're there. And I will say this about our defense. They're going to be really, really fast as well. So thank you all so much for your dying support for Florida State football, for Florida State in general, and it's our time. So as you go back home, you be fired up, you grab a neighbor or even a dog, all right, and you bring him to the game, you tell him about these Noles. But one thing I will like for all of you to do, and I'm gonna challenge our coaches and everyone else in here that have a car, on Fridays, okay, Fridays in Tallahassee, we're gonna be flying those flags on our car when we ride around Tallahassee, making something special around here, getting ready for games. Thank you all very much, and go Noles.